All right, we're back. That was a fast 5 minutes.
I know. It's like the only one we actually were on 5 minutes.
Hey, we did good. We did good. And we weren't goofing off when they came back. See, we're getting better
as far
at this.
As they know.
We're going to get fired from our own job. It's pretty bad. So, all right, guys. So there are a couple things I wanted to show because these are fun tools that we use, and I know you've got them as well. And they're fun B&H products. So since you're going into Flash, I thought it would be kind of fun to show some fun, easy, inexpensive Flash tools. So I'm going to let you take this one and talk a little bit about the Impact softbox.
Yeah, I've got one right here too.
Yeah.
They can make friends. You can get two and have a buddy.
Like little guys.
Buddy Flash box. These are awesome because they just basically strap right onto the front of your speed light, any speed light. It's got a double baffle system. I love that Velcro, meaning it diffuses it really, really well. So you have a very even, soft light from the front of it.
I have the question right out of the gate. Do you use the inner baffle or not? This is the question that I ask everybody. This little guy in here is the inner baffle.
The inner baffle, yes.
And it baffles people on whether or not they should use them or not. So
if you're in the inner circle, you should use the inner baffle.
Are you an inner baffle user or not?
It depends on what quality of light you want.
Let's talk about that then. How do you know the difference?
Well, sometimes you want the maximum even use of the surface area in your light. In which case the baffle helps to further diffuse because there is a natural hot spot in the front of your light, even though the flash heads do put them pretty evenly. But you have a slight hot spot, so the inner baffle helps to even that out, and you're going to get total softness all around.
Okay. So that's important. So obviously when it's in, is it cutting light though? Are we losing light, or is it? But it is spreading light out, but you are losing a little bit. You're going to lose a little bit, yeah. And it varies between maybe half stop, 3/4 stop, depending on how thick that inner baffle is. Perfect. So we remove the inner baffle, and then of course we have that hot spot. So we've got a nice blinding light coming through the center. I used to tell people that once you're a professional, you no longer need the inner baffle because you understand how lights work. So that's kind of was my excuse, but the truth was I actually just kept losing my inner baffles. So I would make up stuff as I went along because students would always say,
I just happen to have an extra inner baffle right here I'm going to give to you.
So I would ask all the time people what they did, and I found that most speakers and people that were educators did not use their inner baffle. And now you're saying it's really based on quality of light for you, and I think it might be the rest of us just lost ours. It's possible, but good to know. The final answer is obviously you're going to lose a little bit of light, but you're going to gain more quality, a softer quality of light, correct?
More even quality, yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. So tell me a little bit more about these little guys.
Well, when you're looking for something that's, because it's small, you're going to have a fairly direct type of light, and I'm going to talk about those in the next segment here about the qualities of light, but it's going to be fairly direct, fairly dramatic. You're going to have some shadows. It's not going to, give you a big soft portrait, obviously, but a lot of times that's what you want. You want something dramatic but slightly soft, and that's where this is great. It's also going to be nice if you're just shooting flash on camera, like in an event, and you want to soften it a little bit. You're not going to carry a giant softbox on top of your camera.
Sure.
But you need something better than just direct flash. This will help a lot.
You know what I thought was cool is how easily it attaches, because my concern is when you buy something, is it going to work for everything you have? But we're talking awesome little Velcro straps. And it was nice and snug too. Worst thing in the world is you're shooting and all of a sudden something falls off the front of your camera, or you're fumbling around with that. But it's definitely, it's double Velcroed, so it's not help, help.
This works good.
Who let him be on the first show? That's what I want
like
to know.
this.
Seriously,
It's very
how did
easy.
you get here? How did this happen?
I was knocking at the door and you let me in.
That's a good point. Good point.
Showed up.
All right. So this, in addition to being an amazing product, I know B&H has given us an opportunity to give it at a special price. So it's available right now for $46.75. That's 25% off. Now, if you're watching the show, let's say you just jumped on and you're trying to figure out how everything works. If you look right below us, there's a chat room. Definitely hop on there because we're going to give you links directly to these products so that you can, if you need to order them, honestly, for under $50, this would be one of those. When I talk about things you might want to consider early on, having a modifier might be a nice way to go for just starting out, especially if you're a wedding shooter. If you're running and gunning, it might be a great tool. So those are on sale with B&H, and I believe later tonight, if you stick around and watch his whole show, we're going to give away both of these. Are you keeping one of these, or do I get to give them both?
I'm going to try, but
He's going to try. I kept everything else from the first part, so I figured you might want one of these. But we're going to be giving away both of these at the end of the show. And very cool. See, he's trying to pocket it already. He's already, see?
I was hoping it would explode into a glory of lights and flashing things.